Welcome to yesterday's news, where I cover yesterday's news in 3 minutes or less. This covers a lot of the end of last week, and this particular round of yesterday's news is brought to you by Ground News. So the first and probably the scariest is that ICE has revealed a new surveillance plan that would put both citizens and non-citizens under surveillance, sometimes nonstop, and would require biometric data and DNA samples from both citizens and non-citizens alike. Trump has said ICE hasn't gone far enough. This is the same Trump that the UN has declared is committing war crimes by what he's doing in Venezuela, hitting boats offshore that are not military boats. Many of them have been confirmed to be citizens that were just killed, not convicted of a crime. But also Trump's comments saying that he doesn't need Congress to go to war in Venezuela. He doesn't need Congress to go kill people in Venezuela. He can just do it. Now, with Congress not being in session, they're coming up on the 60-day mark where Trump has a little bit of emergency power to be able to make these decisions before Congress is supposed to come in and vote on whether to declare war or other military action. Are they going to vote? We don't know. Are they going to stop him? Probably not. By the way, in regards to those boat strikes that included citizen fishermen, then they killed another Venezuelan citizen over the weekend, Hegseth has barred all military leaders from speaking to Congress about those boat strikes. Donald Trump is also fuming about the continued shutdown because he thought it wouldn't last more than 10 days. And thankfully, the Democrats have stood their ground because we really need healthcare in this country. And thanks to a federal judge, SNAP benefits are said to resume starting as soon as Wednesday because they do have an emergency fund to cover SNAP in the event of a prolonged shutdown. They just chose not to use it because they would rather starve people to get their way than not starve people to get their way. Donald Trump's 60 Minutes that was released on CBS was honestly quite embarrassing. They did a bunch of edits and cuts. It was a 73-minute interview that they trimmed down to about half that length, and they did not fact check him or push back on his bullshit at all, which is unfortunate considering some of the people who have previously worked at CBS and really tried to endeavor to have really nice balanced journalism. It's a pretty far cry from their history. Remember Kash Patel's, there was a terrorist plot in Michigan and we stopped it, and a Michigan defense attorney says, yeah, that's not real. That never happened. Also, get out Tuesday because we are voting all across the country. There's Prop 50 in California, record turnout voting for the governorship in Virginia, and Zohran Mamdani in New York City. Get out and vote. We have to do it right now because if we wait longer than this, we won't have the opportunity for free and fair elections moving forward. And all of these stories come from Ground News. All the sources that come in get put into one space so I know where to find them. I can look through multiple sources, see who owns them, see the bias distribution, and it allows me to make sure that, like Steve Bannon said, they can't overwhelm my system. So I can show up for you here every single day. I check it in the morning, I check it at night, and I make sure that the rest of my work and my life gets done. So go to groundnews.com/Monty, sign up for 40% off their Vantage plan. It's about $5 a day. It's a cup of coffee. It is well worth it. And I will see you tomorrow on yesterday's news.